Lipscomb is picked to finish second in the conference after a 20-win season a year ago. And their head coach has been very successful in Casey Alexander. Casey, tell me what it meant to your program to have the kind of year you did a season ago.
Well, it was the first time in a while we've experienced any significant level of winning. Nobody wanted to finish second, obviously, but our highest winning percentage in the league in our Division I history. So we do have something that we could take it with us into the off season that excites us and gives us reason to believe that some good days are ahead.
You had a lot of success in terms of your offensive production, your three-point shooting. Was that kind of what you envisioned when you took over the program, that kind of group?
Well, it's definitely the staple of who we are when you look at X's and O's and offense and defense. And so in some ways, I'm not so surprised. We've always been fairly successful on that end of the floor, but that all came together pretty well last year. And I would also say that even though nobody's talking about us defensively, we weren't bad. We were top half of the league in almost every category. So improving really on both ends, but the offensive numbers are what everybody notices the most.
And you've got all but one of your top 9 players back. So how far or how high is the bar for this year?
Well, we should walk into the season expecting to play for championships. Obviously, that's probably what every coach should tell you at this time of the year. But we do return a great nucleus. We should have some expectations, which is an exciting place for our program to be. But we all know that we'll settle it on the floor just like everybody else will.
At the top of the list is Garrison Matthews. What has he meant to your program, and how special is he?
Yeah, Garrison's the first player, the fastest player to 1,000 points in our Division I history, and he's done that in only 2 seasons. And so naturally, we have great expectations for what he'll do for the next 2 seasons, preseason conference, all-conference player, and just a really vital player for us on both ends of the floor. A lot of energy, a lot of toughness, a lot of competitiveness. Really excited about him.
You've added some depth, too, with transfers Matt Rose and Andrew Fleming. What will they bring to the table, and what do they add to your group? Well,
just 2 more guys that fit in nicely, really fit how we play. Matt had a really successful freshman season at Samford 2 years ago, so he'll walk in with a level of confidence, that will allow him to be an instant contributor. And then Andrew Fleming, also, a guy who's he's traveled around a bit, but a guy who's had a lot of real personal success and was a high-level recruit at one point in time. So those 2 guys, when you look at quality of depth, really will mean a lot to our team.
And you've got a very tough non-conference schedule, maybe your toughest.
Well, it's tougher than I want it to be, but I don't have anybody to blame but myself for that. And naturally, the non-conference schedule will tell us a lot about our team. I honestly want to make sure that we can just survive it. We kind of limped through non-conference play until the bitter end last year, and I want to try to avoid that if we can. We need to keep the positive momentum that we built at the end of last season through non-conference play this year, and then obviously on into conference play.
And that non-conference play will begin for Lipscomb University on November 10th when they take on Emory.